Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is Market Today, a show where we'll help you understand the closing action on the D Street. Last half an hour to go and you can still see the Nifty buoyant and up at 23,348, 145 points higher in trade, and we are hovering near the high point of the day. Volumes are strong and it picked up pace right in the morning and it sustained that move as well towards the closing as well. What's really helping the market stay up today? Private banks clearly. The index itself is up by 2.4% and that is also largely led by Kotak Mahindra Bank post the earnings. Sharp move that was seen on this one as well. Apart from this, you're also looking at PSU banks, financial services also now up over 1.5% each, 2% uptick for even the PSU banks as well. So all the constituents of the banking space and the financial space are definitely in the front row today. Apart from this, metals have now been looking brighter. You can see over 1% gains for these. Broader markets, there's been a sharp recovery from morning lows. Over 1% gains can be seen for both the mid cap and the small caps as well. In fact, barring auto and FMCG, rest all of the sectors have pulled up into the green as of now as well. And we do know that there are a whole host of these stocks like Kotak Mahindra Bank that's hovering higher in trade today. Then you also have stocks like Wipro that have been holding higher as far as the IT stocks are also concerned. So the markets are doing pretty much better than the morning lows that we actually saw. Let's welcome our guest on board to help us understand how does he really look at the market setup right now. Brijesh Singh from Opulent Investment Advisors is now joining in. Warm welcome to you, sir. Thank you so much for joining in. A lot of events that the markets is looking at. We are gearing up for Donald Trump's swearing in ceremony. We are also gearing up for action to pick up pace at the World Economic Forum in Davos. Q3 earnings are coming in. Some of them have been stellar, on the back of which this recovery has come in today. Tell us, will this be sustained?
So good afternoon, Sakshi. No, as you have said, Donald Trump again would be coming as a president, and the whole ceremony would be considered today. Q3 results are on the pipelines. Different stocks. Q3 has been there. But I feel that Nifty plays its own role regarding with or I would be saying market plays its own role regarding with all these factors it's been considered. We all know that whatever the news has been there, that has been discounted whenever such thing happens. So if the news are positive, the rally would be there, and if we see that nothing has been promising, that we see the a sharp downside. Now, considering the technical fronts, the Nifty already has broken the previous swing low of 23,263, and after that we have seen a downside and we made a low of 23,400 around. Still, that psychological mark of 23,000 was been holding. 23,500, 550 band was been acting as a trend decider. As soon as we see the closing below that level, we see the pull down. Now, if I consider the broader range, now first of all, I'll say that the Nifty is in the pullback side, it's in the buy side. That is one part. Second part, the range, if I consider the narrow range, obviously 23,200 to 23,500 or 550, this is a narrow range for this week is been considered. Now, the broader picture, if I say about that psychological mark of 23,000 followed by the pullback rally, if 23,500 has been surpassed and on the higher side, then 23,750 to 23,800 or 850 is a level to watch as a resistance has been considered. So right now for the Nifty, the trend looked promising on the buy side, but use the the result which has been out, where the Q3 results are favorable, followed by the risk reward ratio from a technical fund, then only be on the buyer side. Bank Nifty, if I consider the Bank Nifty right now, it has been trading at 49,350 or 70 zone. Immediately resistance lies at 49,500 mark, but the tough resistance, if you ask me, then I'll say that 49,850 to 50,100. This is the resistance level for the Bank Nifty has been considered. So any pullback rally towards that level we can see. After that, the profit booking can be seen on that level. Downside, immediately 49,000 would be the psychological support. If that thing been broken, then 48,700 would be the level to watch on the downside. So the broader range of the Bank Nifty has been considered, then 48,700 on downside, followed by 49,850 to 50,000 on the higher side. So and even here also the trend look promising on the buy side. So both the indices right now the trend is on the buy side, but as I've discussed, as I've told, Q3 results are fine towards the any of the stocks beyond the buy side, followed by the risk reward ratio looking from a technical front.
Right. So that's as far as the Nifty and the Nifty Bank is concerned. Let's take it up one by one now. Within the Nifty Bank, we have a lot of moving parts today. Kotak Mahindra Bank now up over 9%, 1920 can be seen. After this long haul of underperformance, Brijesh ji, क्या अब समय आ गया है कोटक महिंद्रा बैंक को खरीदने का? क्या इस 9% तक की तेजी के बाद भी will you be confident to buy Kotak Mahindra Bank?
So I think if we say and if we compare with that Kotak Mahindra Bank with SDFC, I think in your shows also we have discussed and in different business channel also I have told that कि SDFC बैंक थोड़ा weak लग रहा है as compared to Kotak में, और Kotak का जो level मैंने नीचे में, if I'm not mistaken, I told that any dips towards the level of 780 below, if it trades, then it would be a buy side with a stop loss of 1730, because obviously 1730 20 के आसपास में उसने हमेशा support लिया, from there it has been given a pullback. Now in today's session 9% up it has been seen. Obviously as a risk is reward has been considered from a technical front, I'll say that better to avoid right now. If someone has been holding, then I'll say that keep a trailing stop loss of 1855 and hold on. On the higher side, if we are surpassing the level of 1950, then we can see stock jumping towards the level of 2020 to 2040 zone. But for the fresh bank, I'll say right now avoid it. But someone has been holding, then 1850 would be your trailing stop loss.
Okay, got that. So that's as far as Kotak Mahindra Bank is concerned. But all the segments are actually doing very well today, Brijesh ji. Banking space से private banks कुछ 2.5% ऊपर है, PSU banks भी 2% से ज़्यादा का ऊपर मूव देखने को मिल रहा है. Even financial services भी 1.5% ऊपर है. बहुत सारे काउंटर्स में आज बजाज ट्विंस में देख लीजिए ज़बरदस्त रैली है, 3% से ऊपर की बजाज फाइनेंस फिनसर्व में. PSUs में से SBI आज 2% ऊपर है, 780 के लेवल्स पर आ चुका है. और पूरे ही अगर बैंकिंग फाइनेंशियल स्पेस में देखें तो कोटक के अलावा भी आपके कुछ पसंदीदा स्टॉक्स आपके मन में आ रहे हैं जहां पर आप फ्रेश खरीदने की सोच रहे हैं?
So if I say that regarding with the private sector bank has been considered, then definitely one stocks looks good, not that much heavyweight, but Federal Bank looks good on the chart.
Okay.
194 around, it's been trading. Anything below 191 can take a buy call with the stop loss of 180, and then play for the pullback late towards the level of 205, 208. If that thing been surpassed, then 220, 222 would be the next level to watch. As you've been saying that regarding with the Bajaj Finance has been considered, still on the daily time frame, it's been trading with higher lows formation, again giving the positive sign. And whenever the profit booking comes, it is trying to make a base, and after that again the rally seen up on the higher side, and the rally goes with the increase in the volume. So that indicates that the strength is strong strength has been there. Bigger hands are going out. 7,400 around or 20 around, it's been trading Bajaj Finance. Any dip or present rate can be used to take position. Stop loss one can keep at 6,900. On the higher side, the resistance lies 7,800. But I feel that it has a potential to touch at least 8,300 to 8,500 zone. So if someone wants to play for this level of 8,300, keeping a stop loss 6,900, increase your time frame at least for 1 month.
ओके चलिए, तो यहाँ पर भी आपको राय मिल गई है कि बैंकिंग और फाइनेंशियल स्पेस में से कहाँ पर अभी आपको फोकस करना है, कहाँ पर ज़बरदस्त रैली देखने को मिल सकती है. फेडरल बैंक, बजाज फाइनेंस, इन सभी स्टॉक्स पर आप लगातार नज़र रख सकते हैं. आगे बढ़ते हैं ब्रिजेश जी और कुछ और पॉकेट्स के ऊपर भी ध्यान देते हैं. आज आईटी समूह में भी आज एक मूव देखने को मिला. विप्रो के बढ़िया नतीजे आए. विप्रो ने मेंटेन की अपनी पोजीशन सुबह से लेकर अब तक, एक रैली में देखने को मिला है. अब यहाँ पर आपके पसंदीदा स्टॉक्स कौन से इमर्ज हो रहे हैं? देखिए रिजल्ट्स आ चुके हैं, टीसीएस के भी, इन्फोसिस के भी, एचसीएल टेक के भी और विप्रो के भी. तो टॉप 4 जो कंपनियां लिस्टेड हैं इन सब के रिजल्ट्स आ चुके हैं और कुछ बाकियों के भी आने शुरू हो गए. टेक महिंद्रा के आ गया, एलटीआई माइंट्री का भी आ गया. तो ओवरऑल अगर असेस करें आईटी क्षेत्र को और आईटी स्टॉक्स को रिजल्ट्स के बाद, आप कहां पर अब फोकस करेंगे?
So if you ask me, Sakshi, where the strength lies in the IT counter, then I'll say that Wipro, HCL Tech, Persistent, and LTI Mindtree. If I talk about Wipro, no doubt आज के session में हमने देखा we have seen stock gap up opening and still hovering around that 300 mark. But I would not be going for the fresh buying. Suppose someone has been holding, then well and very good. They can book a partial profit in it and keep a trailing stop loss of 292 around. But if a fresh buying has been considered, then that level of 290 to 295 if it trades, then only one can take a buy call in it with the stop loss of 280 and then look for the target of 310 to 315 zone. Persistent has been considered. The chart is very much strong as compared to Wipro has been considered. The higher tops, higher bottom formation on daily and weekly indicate that the strength has been there in this counter. 6,000 around, 6,070 around zone it's been trading, and at the level of 5,950 around if it trades, then one can take a buy call in it, keeping a stop loss of 5,600 and then play for that target of 6,700, 6,800 zone. If I talk about the HCL Tech, 1,790 around it's been trading. Not at the present rate one can take a buy call, but I'll say that preferable 1,750 if it trades, then one can take a buy call with keeping a stop loss of 1,700 and then play for the target of 1,850 to 1,870 zone. LT Mindtree has been considered somewhere around 5,700 if it trades, then one can take a buy call with a stop loss of 5,500 and then play for the target of 6,100 to 6,200 zone.
Okay, got that. So that's as far as the IT names are concerned. But I want to bring all of your attention to the food delivery space. Zomato is in focus. Earnings have come in, viewers, something that all the street was waiting for. Reaction, Zomato has slipped after the earnings, about 1% odd. What are the earnings? Revenue has jumped 64.4%. It has come in at 5,405 crores. On a year-on-year basis, there is a jump of 64% on the revenues. Despite that, you saw that sharp spike down. Why did you see that spike down? Because it is the profitability that has dipped. On the year-on-year basis, there is a dip of 57% in profitability. The company is in profits. In Q3, the company has reported 59 crores of profits, but this has come down 57% from last year same quarter. 138 crores was reported in the last quarter as profit. This time it has come to 59 crore. But margins have improved to 3% versus 1.6%, and we also have seen that the EBITDA has also improved to 162 crores versus 51 crores that was reported in the last year same quarter, which actually means that if you look at Zomato earnings, most of the parameters have increased, but it's the profitability that has dipped on a year-on-year basis for Zomato. ब्रिजेश जी, जोमेटो अभी 244 के लेवल्स पर देखने को मिल रहा है फिलहाल. अर्निंग्स के बाद एक छोटा सा डिप भी आया है और एक ऐसा स्टॉक है जिसने 2024 में डबल ट्रिपल इन्वेस्टर्स को पैसा और वेल्थ क्रिएट करके दिया है. 40-50 के लोज से जिन लोगों ने खरीदा 3 गुना होता हुआ दिखा. उसके बाद ये 300 के पार भी गए और वहां से एक कंसोलिडेशन का दौर जारी हुआ. अब अर्निंग्स के बाद कैसी रहेगी जोमेटो की चाल?
तो साक्षी जी, अगर हम वीकली टाइम फ्रेम ऑफ द चार्ट में अगर हम देखें तो 23 जनवरी 2023 से जब उसका टेकिंग बेस फॉर्मेशन और टेकिंग द प्राइस फॉर्मेशन समवेयर अराउंड 44 से 50 के बीच में वो ट्रेड करता था, वहां से एक वन वे रैली उसने पकड़ी है. आफ्टर दैट इट मेड अ हाई ऑफ 298 around, and after that again it made a dip, and again 298 around or 304 around it made a 52 week high. So it was a sort of a double top formation. After that we have seen pull down rally. I would be saying, number one, it should not give closing below 240 odd. If it gives below 240 odd, then it might try to retest the recent swing low of 225 around. And for the stock to move up on the higher side, it has to give closing about 265 odd level. Looking on the chart on the daily as well as on the hourly time frame, it indicates that we might see a stock breaking below 240 and trading below that level of 240 odd, and again retesting the value of 225. So I would be saying don't take a long position. If long position has been taken, let it cross 265. Otherwise, if it trades somewhere around 225, then one can take a long position, keeping a stop loss of 210 and first play for the target of 245, then play for the target of 265.
Okay, got that. So that's as far as Zomato is concerned. So revenues are strong, fueled by robust operating performance, continued momentum in the quick commerce and the hyper pure business, but profitability has come off. Even on quarter basis, last quarter 176 crores of profits were seen, this time it is 59 quarters. So on both parameters the profitability has dipped and therefore you see some softness. Remember the historical FII holding has also decreased in Zomato to 47.3% in the December quarter versus 52.5% that was being held earlier as well. So FI holding has been reduced and therefore you see some softness emerging on Zomato right now. 244 odd levels can be seen on this one, slightly below estimates on the revenue figure as well. There was an expectation of over 67% of a growth, it's come at 64% growth, largely in line, but it's the profitability dip that is probably causing this kind of a dampener at this point in time. So, okay, that's as far as Zomato is concerned. We'll come back to it once more details emerge from the earnings to see how things have progressed. Let's discuss some of the other pockets. Brijesh ji, one more space that has been in focus today. Clearly, that is the sugar space also. You know, this comes right ahead of the budget. Most of these sugar space stocks were up and about. There is expectation, many news reports are already indicating that the government is actually planning for allowing of exports of sugar, something that was not allowed thus far, and this will actually help push up the prices of sugar, something which has been lying low at 1.5 year low in the domestic markets, and there is a lot of sugar surplus in the market that will also get catered to. Looking at that expectation of this nod coming in from the government, all the sugar stocks are up. Anything that you like within the sugar space?
So I'll say I'll look out the this Dalmia Bharat sugar stocks that
Okay,
do
okay.
I'm audible?
Yes, yes, we can hear you, sir.
So Dalmia Bharat sugar looks good to me on the chart. Somewhere around 380 or 85 around it's been trading, and I and making a swing low of from 200, 326. Volume record has been witnessed in it. I feel that it can move up to the level of 420. I always say that whenever such stocks or indices trades below the 200 moving average, and when they make a base or a dodgy candlestick or the hammer candlestick with the volume increase in the volume, and that indicates that the trend reversal can be seen. So that's what happened right now in this Dalmia Bharat sugar. So 380-85 is been trading, keeping a stop loss of 360 for the reversal target of towards the level of 420. If it surpasses that 420, then the next level to watch would be 445 to 455.
Okay, got that. So Dalmia Bharat Sugar is something that you're looking at. Bro, let's look at the broader markets to see what the momentum is looking like now. Equinox India Developments is up by 9% today. You have HOEC, Hindustan Oil Exploration Company, also about 8 odd percent up, 9 odd percent up now. Telecom space stocks, a lot of them are in the buzz right from the morning trade. So MTNL is still hovering about 9% higher today. Credit Access Grameen, again what we talked about, the finance space being in the buzz, that's also buzzing. You have about a 9-10% surge on Credit Access. KRN Heat Exchanger and Rectifiers, the refrigerators, that's also in the focus. 10% circuit for this one too. Vodafone Idea continues to be at the 10% mark. Then you also have momentum coming in on GTPL Hathway, Global Spirits, Tata Tele Maharashtra, again the telecom play. New debut today, Lakshmi Dental is 28% higher, 550 odd levels can be seen on this one as well. Ratnavir Precision Engineering is 9.5% higher. These are some of the stocks. Roto Pumps is actually pulling up now, about 8.5% up. Many stocks are actually on the buzz in the broader markets today. Brijesh ji, what catches your attention?
So as you have been talking about the credit access, let's go with one by one. In today's session, we have seen stock breaking with the volume, trading of all the important moving average in around 840 around, sorry 940 around. It's been trading. So I feel that if If it sustained, sorry, 1000 around has been trading, and if it sustained above 940, one can keep that thing as a stop loss and play for the target of 1140, 1150 zone. 1140 at 37 around is the 200 simple moving average. MTL. Again, the volume record has been seen trading above all the important moving averages, keeping a stop loss of 48, play for the target of 55, 58 around zone. Tejas network has been considered, a pullback rally can be seen. 1090 around is the support that should not be get broken. Pullback rally towards the level of 1200, 1210 can be seen. Equinox, if we talk about the chart, refresh breakout has been seen. I feel that 145 should hold on, and on the higher side 170 to 175 can be seen. But if I sum up with all this, I feel that credit access chart is much more promising than any other chart has been considered.
Okay, got that. So there you have it, a view that's coming in on the broader markets and the telecom space right there, what's going to be in focus. Let's pull up some of the other stocks as well to see what the current momentum is saying in the markets. Let us look at one more space, the small caps. Let us look at. Small cap index is up by over 1%. What is moving here? Again, Tejas Networks that Brijesh ji just marked, that's a buzzing in the small caps. You have Reddington, that's up 6.5%. Angel One, erstwhile favorite from the broking houses companies, that's also pulling up 5.5% higher in trade today. You know, Motilal Oswal was up in the morning. We discussed their clarification on Kalyan Jewelers that pulled up the stock. Edelweiss was also up. Now, you know, now you have even Angel One that's pulling up. Shipbuilders are up. GRSC is 5.5% higher. Cochin was also up in trade today. So some of these defense names are buzzing. Railway stocks again are buzzing. You have Triveni Turbine, IRFC that's been buzzing after the earnings as well. IRCTC is buzzing. Those are some of the pockets. Even BEML is 4% higher in trade today. Let's discuss this factor. Brijesh ji, just 10 days to go before we see the union budget being presented. Finally, do you see the rally which we have been all waiting for, defense and railways, to continue to garner more pace in the next 10 days?
Definitely, as you have said, GRSC. Even I'll include BDL, Bharat Dynamic, followed by Mazgaon Dog. So I'll conclude first, very fast. Mazgaon Dog chart looks promising. Still trading about 200 moving averages, and after that we have seen a pullback. 2,445 around has been trading, keeping a stop loss of 2,300. One can buy at the present rate. Play for the target of 2,617, the recent swing high. If we are surpassing that, then 3,000 would be the next level to watch. GRSC has been considered. It's after, you know, the stock making a low of 1,360, and again it's been trading with all the moving average cluster 20, 50 and 200. It's trading near that level. Let it cross 1,600 odd marks, if and then keeping a stop loss of 1,480, play for the target of 1,800. I was talking about BDL, Bharat Dynamic, that also looked promising. The previous swing high has been broken. It's been trading at 1,333, keeping a stop loss of 1,200 for the target of 1,550 around those. And I'll say that just some UBL, as you have added, liquor stocks. Blue also, volume breakout has been witnessed at 943 around. It's been trading, so present rate can be used to take a long position. Stop loss of 890. Then target of 800.
Okay, got that. Well, Brijesh ji, we will thank you on that note for being with us today and helping us navigate through various sectors and strategies and stocks as well. Always appreciate your presence. So thank you so much for being with us. We will get to know what happens tonight. When the swearing in comes in, there will be more cues for us to discuss tomorrow as well. So thank you so much, and we'll start looking at wrapping the last 5 minutes of trade for all of you viewers now. 130 points higher as far as the Nifty is concerned, 23,333. That's how the markets are looking at this point in time. The Nifty Bank is doing much better than the Nifty at this point. You can see that the Nifty Bank is moving on the back of all the three constituents, now 1.5% higher at 49,314. Across the board, there is banks, financial services, IT, metals, consumer durables. These are the pockets that are buzzing in trade, and we definitely look to end those last 3 days of a move that we've seen on the markets, starting this new week on a positive note, and we'll see how it goes, because tonight is when we finally get the cues from the Wall Street, as well as what really happens at the swearing-in ceremony of Donald Trump as the 47th US president. Stay tuned with us. There'll be a whole lot of action from Davos up next on your screens.
The world is going through greater geopolitical uncertainty than it has at any point in time in the recent past. And to talk about what the post-Trump world means for India and the rest of the world, we're here at the World Economic Forum at Davos and kicking off our coverage